Hi everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. I'm really excited about today's video. Not the project's super cute, so I'm excited about the project too, but this is to introduce you to something new. I'm starting this year in October, and it will be ongoing at least for a year, and then I'll reevaluate it next October when our Stampin' Up! New Year starts to see how it's going. But I anticipate that it will be a continual, ongoing, forever kind of thing. So what it is my new card club. So I'm going to kind of explain it. And then for this particular video, you will get to see one of the projects that is actually going to be in the card club. So that's kind of fun because I don't often show projects that are in a class. And I think for at least the first few months, I will always show one project as I'm trying to get word out about the class. So let me kind of explain to you what it is. So Card Club is a subscription. So you can go to my website and I have a little place where you can subscribe. It's $38 a month. So you never have to think about it. Every month it'll just come to you in the mail, kind of like FabFitFun or one of the a magazine subscription or something that's always just there, and you paid for it, and then you don't have to remember to renew every month. So if you ever want to cancel or take a break, you can. But for every 6 months that you're part of the club, on that 7th month, then you'll get a gift valued at $25. So you'll need to be continuous months because you can't stop and take a couple months break and go back and join and have that count towards your 6 months because it's too much for my little brain to remember. So for every 6 months you're in, you'll get an additional surprise. So it's $38. So what do you get for your $38? Well, first, every month you will get a package of paper. So this coming month, you're going to get this full package of the Tidings of Christmas. It's a 6x6 pack. This month is a little bit higher in value than some of the future months might be. But, we're kicking it off with a bang. So you're going to get this full packet. A lot of times you'll get a half packet of designer series paper, or if it's a smaller pack of paper, you may get the full thing. This month you're getting the full thing because all of you that sign up as founding members of my club, I want you to have a little bit extra. So it's a super cute paper. I'll show you in a minute when we make it. Then every month you will also get some ribbon. So a spool, the little bags, depending on how it comes, but you'll get full things of ribbon. And then every month you'll get an embellishment, a full thing of embellishments. So this month you are getting the chevron weave ribbon that goes with this paper. And then you're going to get the in color jewels. So it's $24.50. And then if you add sales and sales tax and shipping, it's about $27 for this. So that's part of your $38. And then the shipping. So shipping is a little bit more, and it's the post office, has just raised it again. So it's going to take a little packet of that. And then you will be able to add on the stamp set. Now, if you already have the stamp set, you can use that. If you want to substitute something similar, you can do that. And you can always wait too until you see the videos if you're kind of iffy on a set, but it will never be a bundle because that way, those of you that don't have a cut and emboss machine, you'll be able to still do it. So this month you can add on the delivering tier because that's the set I'm going to use with the card club. So if you want to add this on, you have to do it before the subscription of the month is over. And starting this month, it's a little bit later. In the future, it will always be on the 10th. So by the 10th of the month, you will have to let me know if you want the stamp set added on. And then when you add this on, I'm going to cover your shipping and handling and your sales tax. So like this set's $18. So it's just a straight $18. This subscription is already taken care of. And then there'll be a little button every month if you want to add the stamp set. So this is this month's stamp set. So if you get that, then you would have this. And then every month we will do 3 projects, but you're going to make 6 cards because we will do 3 projects and I will send you the supplies for both. So I'm going to just do this one. And the other thing is that I don't normally do in classes, it will include envelopes. So you'll end up with 6 envelopes. So you'll have the 6 envelopes, the 6 cards, the full spool of ribbon, your embellishments, and your paper, depending on how the paper goes. Now, when you get this, you can see this. If you've done my classes before, normally there's little pieces of embellishment and ribbons. We are going to use this, so you will have tons of it left because there's no possible way you can put all this on 6 cards. But you will have to use this and cut it, so you'll have all the measurements, and I will send those in the email every month that comes with your videos. So the video links will be private, but like I said, for the the first few months at least, probably at least through January, I will have one public video. So you're going to see the one now that's going to come, that you'd make 2 of these. And then there'll be one video that has the other 2 projects in the private link. And that's when I'll send you your measurements. So for this one, this is the Tidings of Cheer. And you're going to get this whole packet of paper. So there's obviously, you're not going to use 48 sheets of paper on one card. On this one, we're just going to use 1 sheet of paper. So you're going to end up with a lot left. This might not be a full pack. I didn't want to open a full pack to show you, but you will get a full pack. So you'll have this. And so let's do this first project. Now I'm going to show you at coloring with blends. Every time when I do a video, I will recommend other ways. So I'm going to use blends. You can use a blender pen or a water painter, and the stamp pads, you can use watercolor pencils. You can just color it however you want, but I'm going to use blends. You do not have to do it like me. So for this one, we are going to take our 6x6 piece, and let's do this first. So you're going to want to cut it at 4 inches. So you'll always need basic stamp supplies, which you do that for all of my classes. So you'll need a black pad, you'll need adhesives. Some months I may do an add-on that is adhesives or pads or something. If I use it, and I think a lot of you might not have it, then I'll do another add-on and you can add that on as well. So we want this to be 4 by 5 1/4. And always cut this piece off first, because this will give you a bigger piece to reuse. And then when you have this little 1/4 sheet piece, that we will actually use this in the card this time, but that way you always have a larger piece that you can use. So now we have this. I've already made the 1 card, so when I'm done and I have the 2, then you will see the 2 cards that you will have. So we have some Moonlight Muse. I'm going to stick this on here. And this is going to be a card on card. She's a super cute little taggy kind of thing. So here's our actual card. And then you have an 8.5 by 2 1/4 piece of Moonlight. So fold this in half. And then you'll have 4 of these. I've already used 2 of mine. These are cut 4 by 2. So one's going to go here, but we're going to stamp on that one, and we're going to stamp on that one. So let's do our stamping, and then you'll have another piece of scrap, and then we'll come back to this because we are going to use all of that. So for the stamping, I will give you a lot more hints when I do the class for you. But my biggest hint when you use this set is please don't have an invisible lady holding your stuff. I have seen people, bless their hearts, that color it online and they color just the images. And it's really, this particular one I'm going to use with the flowers, it happens the most, but it also happens with the Christmas tree. There's a person back there. So if you only color the stems, it looks like you have a headless woman holding your stuff. Don't make a headless woman. This is a happy Christmas card. It's not a Halloween scary card. I guess you could do a headless thing for Halloween and use it. But you'll see what I mean in a minute. So here's our little scrap piece. I'm going to take the skirt that she has. So it comes with a skirt or a coat. This time I'm going to use the skirt. I'm just going to stamp this down here. So now our skirt's going to be that fun pattern and it's going to match. And then this is going to be our card. So I'm going to stamp it again. And this time we want the full thing. So she has feet. We also don't want her to not have any feet. So I have this. And then take your scrap piece of vanilla and you will stamp it twice. Unless you want to you can always do some variations. Like if you want her to hold flowers in one and presents in the other, or Christmas tree, you can do that. But I have these flowers. And then for the inside of the card, this little panel here, I've pulled out the saying that says, warming thoughts to you this season. Stick this up here. So that'll go on the inside of our little card. So that's all the stamping we need to do. I'm going to take this scrap piece here. This is the one I just cut off. And so I don't have to measure it. I'm just going to do it now. And this just adds a fun little highlight to our card. Flip that over. You can use the paper trimmer and cut 2 inches if you want. That's just as fast. Let's put this on the inside and get that out of the way. So here's the inside of our card. Now we have all these pieces. So let's do her legs first because there's not a whole lot. So for this, I have the ivory. You can also use the one of the lighter pinks, or you can use crumb cake or suede, depending on what color you want her legs. I like the ivory because it's pretty close to my skin color. And right now my skin color is pretty close to my nieces and my nephews who are darker than me. So the ivory is my color of choice when doing skin tone because it kind of runs that gamut. And then I'm going to take the light Misty Moonlight and just give her shoes just a tiny little bit of blue. She's got some fancy Christmas shoes on. Now let's color this over here. So she has mittens. So I'll do her mittens blue. And then when you look at this, this is where, see, if you don't color this right here, then there's nothing back there. There's no head, there's no body, there's no nothing. So you want to make sure that for this, you get all of this colored so it looks like it's hiding her head. On the other two, let me show you this one. On this one, her head's obviously behind the packages, so that one's easy. This one, if you do a sparsely colored Christmas tree, again, it looks like there's a headless, well, not even a headless, like there's waist up, everything missing except some arms attached to nothing. So in this set, that's really important, I think, because you don't want to have it look a little creepy. And I've seen some creepy ones online, because if you don't color this, there's just air back there. We don't want that. So that's your big tip when using the delivering tier. So I'm going to do the paper that is holding her flowers. So I have light suede and dark crumb cake. So let's start with the suede. And this way I will make sure that there is paper, because I'm just going to, there's little corners of the paper that kind of go all the way up. And this helps, you know, but see right here, there's no paper. So that has to all be colored in either with a little bit of this, and I'm just going to faux it because that tends to be the place that I've noticed that everybody has no body. Not everybody. I've just seen a few of them. And if it was your card, I'm sorry. It's one of those things we don't really think about it, and I don't know that I would have noticed it, except I noticed it on other people's cards. I'm just going to blend with this. And the green that we're going to use in a second will go right over the top of this because these are fairly light colors when it's all said and done. So you can kind of color this all in. So we got that. Then let's do the flowers. We will do these in soft succulent. So I have dark and light. I just pulled out the colors that were in the paper. So if you have the new in colors, you will be good to go on this. So this is where you just kind of need to fill all that in. And that way you're sure that everything back in there has some colors. So there's a bunch of light. Let's add just some highlights of the dark. Now, some questions that I've already had. There will not be a card only for this. The only way that you'll get to do the projects is to be part of the club. So I know a lot of times I do just videos or just the card kit. Not for this. If you are my team, for those of you on my team, I will tell you when I order what I've ordered. That way you can order because you do get the videos for free if you're part of my team. Now I'm going to take the dark cherry and add it to where there's these berries. And you can kind of go a little bit bigger than them as well, or you can go right on top. My other one I did right on top. And then this is the light evening evergreen. Is it evening evergreen? Yeah. All of a sudden I thought I couldn't remember the name. I'm going to do her coat in that. And then I'm going to take her skirt over here, and I'm just going to use my brush tip and kind of add a little bit of shading so it doesn't look just like paper. I mean, it's still going to look like paper, but this will kind of add some more besides the black. And then I will take my color lifter and kind of move it around so it's not just stripes of color that I just added. And I do need to order a new color lifter. It's one of those things every time I put in an order, which is often, I'm like, get a color lifter, and then I forget. This one's a tad on the dry side. So we've got that. And then I'm going to take the light cherry cobbler. I'm going to do her little wrist, so they're kind of candy caned. So the little edges of her wrist are that color. And then I will take the dark evergreen and do her scarf. You can do them in whatever colors. Like I said, I just pulled the colors that are in the paper. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of dark up in here. And then before I do anything else, I'm going to take one last look and make sure that there's no place, like right here, it's kind of empty back there. So I'm just going to take the brush tip and kind of fill those in. That way there's a girl back there. We just can't see her. So I'm going to cut these out and then I'll fast forward this part of the video. Okay, so I've cut that out. You can see that I left a little bit of the vanilla around it because it doesn't matter because it's going to go back on a vanilla piece of paper. So take your adhesive, add this her skirt over the top of her other skirt, so super easy. And then we're going to take some dimensionals. So see, you will have needed some scissors, you will need some adhesives, almost always need dimensionals. These may be my gift with purchase next month in November, so you can all get stocked up on them. And just add this, and again, you want to make sure that that she doesn't have an invisible floating waist. So make sure that her arms go down where it covers her waist, so it looks like her arms are in front. And we're going to take this. Now the subscription service that I have ready for you it's on my website, so you can go there. The link will be above the video or below the video and on Facebook and in my email, but it's through PayPal. And I have several subscriptions with hair products and other stamping demonstrators. So I do have several subscriptions that I do through PayPal, and they make it super easy. It's super safe. They will just bill you on the day that you sign up. They'll bill you, and then you'll get an email, and then every month on the same date that you signed up, they will bill you again. If you ever want to stop, you just go into PayPal and you go to the tab that says subscriptions, or you can ask me and I can do it for you as well. But that's the only way. This one I'm not going to do via the phone, so I can help set you up if you normally phone in your orders for me. But for me to keep track of everybody that's in the club, it's going to be easier if it's through PayPal. That way I can just ship it all through there as well. And every month I can look when I go to order and see how many people are in the club for that month. But I'm more than happy to help you set it up or to do a walkthrough. Like my husband can sign up for it. And we'll just pretend he's signing up, and I can film that to show you if you can't get it figured out. But it should walk you straight through it if you go to the subscription link and it says subscribe. And then to get the stamp set, there will always be a separate button that's much more like the button that you normally do when you take my classes. And for that one, if I normally phone your orders in, I'm happy for you to call and let me know you want to add the stamp set. So there you have, you took your own spool of ribbon and you added it. I want it a little bit lower because I like her blue shoes. So we've got that. Let's stick this on here. So see, you get the whole pack of paper. And like I said, this month it's about $30 of stuff that you're getting just in the paper and the embellishments and the ribbon. And it will always be between 20 and 28. So I can tell you that. And it just depends. Some of our ribbons are more expensive. Some of our embellishments are more expensive. I'm using these green ones off of here, but these are ones I've cut for classes. And it's down to the bottom. So I'm just going to take 3 of the evergreen ones that have that fun shimmer to them. If I have 3, hopefully I have 3. And I am just going to add them to her bouquet. Now you could add them on the card if you'd rather. Here's some more. You can see if you when you get down to the bottoms of your things, I recommend that you keep them like that, because sometimes you forget that you have an embellishment until you have them in here and you put something there and you're like, oh, that looks perfect with that. So now here would be your 2 cards. Exactly the same. They both have the little words on the inside. Now, remember, you'll have 2 envelopes. So for this, I'm going to take the envelope and then just pick a piece of paper. I'm going to do one that I like the least. Well, maybe I like them all. I guess I do like them all. So let's do, the stripes will be the hardest. So let's do, oh, I love that one. So let's not do that one. Let's do this one because it's red, and now we'll pull the red in. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to put adhesive on my envelope. I'm going to take this here and just lay it at the top. You could trace it if you want, but I think this works just as well. If you get cards from me sometimes for a special occasion, oh, it would have been cute that direction too. Sometimes it's like that, but that would be white. And this is a vanilla envelope. I don't know what color envelopes I'm sending you this month. I haven't got that far. Trying to get the cloche class is almost done, and then I'm working on the retreat as well. But I wanted to get this in here. And then I also have the Eden's Garden, which, you know, new stuff, new and shiny, sitting there staring me in the face. I'm like, you can't play with that until after you've done your work. So now we have a fun matching envelope. So not only will you get the $20 to $28 worth of stuff, you'll get the supplies to make the 6 cards as well, and then the video tutorials. So if you have any questions at all, I'm super, super excited about this club. And sometimes during the year, we will hop on and we will have a Zoom session for those of you in the card club. Not this month because I'm so busy I can't fit in one more Zoom night. And my husband came home the other day and he's like, I took a week of vacation. I feel like we vacationed too much this year. And it's just because it gets in the way of work. And when you're self-employed, there's nobody doing your work when you're gone. But some months we will get together and we'll Zoom a couple of the projects. So I feel like those of you that are in the club, I might get to know a little bit better than just the email things that we have going now. But that's this. So if you want to, just go to the subscription link, hit the subscribe, and then if you want the stamp set, add that. Or if you want to add the stamp set by calling me, you can do that too. Or email. Any of those work as long as I have your credit card on file. So that's what I have for you today. Super excited. Remember, when this posts, there are still 1 day, 2 days left maybe to sign up for my retreat. And if you miss it, you are going to be super sad because the projects are fabulous. That's part of the reason cloche and retreat, I keep going back and forth because they're really, really good projects for both of those classes. Everybody have a great day, and I hope that you want to be part of my club. Bye.